Right now, without you feeling it, you are moving at a mind-boggling speed. At the equator, the Earth is spinning at roughly 1,000 miles per hour. That is faster than the speed of sound. You don't feel it because everything around you, the ground, the atmosphere, and your coffee, is moving at the exact same speed. It's like riding in a smooth, high-speed train with no windows. As long as the train moves at a constant speed, you feel completely motionless. Now, imagine a godlike hand reaches down from space and slams on the Earth's brakes. The Earth stops spinning for just 5 short seconds. 5 seconds sounds harmless. It's barely enough time to take a single deep breath. But because of a fundamental law of physics called inertia, those 5 seconds would trigger a total planetary reboot. Inertia dictates that an object in motion will stay in motion unless acted upon by an outside force. The cosmic brakes stopped the solid rock of the Earth's crust. They did not stop anything sitting on top of it. At second 1, the instant the planet halts, everything not anchored to bedrock flies sideways. You, your house, your car, trees, and the roads would instantly launch eastward at 1,000 miles per hour. It would feel as if you were riding in a car at maximum speed and the driver hit a brick wall, except the car is the entire continent. And you wouldn't be flying alone. The atmosphere didn't stop spinning either. Global winds would instantly reach supersonic speeds. We are talking about 1,000 mile-per-hour winds sweeping across the globe. For context, the most powerful Category 5 hurricane has winds of around 160 miles per hour. These winds would be 4 times stronger than the strongest hurricane ever recorded. Skyscrapers made of concrete and steel would be sheared off at their foundations like blades of grass. Topsoil would be ripped off the ground, scouring entire forests down to bare bedrock in seconds. At second 2, the oceans unleash their fury. Because Earth spins, centrifugal force bulges the oceans outward at the equator. When the rotation stops, that massive wall of water loses its force. Trillions of tons of ocean water would continue rushing eastward at sound barrier speeds. Megatsunamis, miles high, would crash onto eastern coastlines. Entire countries like Japan, the eastern coast of the US, and parts of Europe would be submerged instantly. The water wouldn't just flood cities, it would wash away the wreckage left by the supersonic winds. At second 3, the crust itself begins to tear apart. The Earth is not a solid billiard ball. It is made of tectonic plates floating on a molten iron and rock mantle. When the crust stops abruptly, the liquid magma underneath keeps sloshing. This momentum difference generates immense friction and energy. Global earthquakes registering far beyond magnitude 10 on the Richter scale would shatter every continent. Volcanoes around the world, active and dormant, would erupt simultaneously. Ash and lava would spread a blanket of fire across the sky. At second 4, the atmosphere creates a kinetic firestorm. Air moving at 1,000 miles per hour creates extreme friction against the ground and flying debris. This friction generates intense heat, compressing the air. Massive thermal fires would ignite mid-air, scorching the surface of the planet. The sky would literally look like it was on fire. Then second 5 ends. The cosmic hand lets go, and the Earth instantly resumes its 1,000 mile per hour spin. This sudden restart triggers a second wave of inertia. Everything that was launched eastward is now slammed by a ground that is moving again. The sloshing oceans crash back in the opposite direction. It is a double whammy of planetary physical trauma. When the dust finally settles, the Earth is completely transformed. The equatorial bulge of water would have redistributed toward the poles. Earth would now have 2 massive oceans at the poles and a single giant megacontinent around the middle. Human civilization, built over thousands of years, would be flattened in 300 seconds. Only those deep underground in reinforced bunkers or near the very poles where rotation speed is near zero might survive. Near the North and South poles, the rotational speed is much slower. Standing right at the North Pole, you are barely moving at all, so if the Earth stopped, someone at the pole would barely feel a nudge. It proves that the rotation of our planet is an invisible anchor. We take for granted that the ground beneath us is stable. We forget that we are riding a massive cosmic carousel through space, a carousel that must never, ever stop. So the next time you feel like nothing is happening on a quiet afternoon, remember that you are flying through space at 1,000 miles per hour and be grateful that the brakes are completely broken.